can you talk to us about using binders? Are they necessary for people like the infrared sauna or your sauna, or in general? What do
Yeah,
you?
sure. Binders, it's not, again, back to theory or principles. I don't think it's enough just to mobilize all the toxins in your body.
Mhm.
We've got filtering organs, our liver, kidney, pancreas. We all know how important these are, our large intestine. These are all ways that are systems that our body's built to get stuff out. We know
Yeah.
already we're going to mobilize the toxin by being in the sauna. And the
Yeah.
answer is by combining it with a protocol that you use a binder. And there's basically two kinds of binders. There's like the macro binder, which we call the big sponge. And then there's the nano binder, which is the little sponge.
Mhm.
So the big sponge examples would be like activated charcoal or bentonite clay.
Yeah.
They're very, very inexpensive, very available, and amazing. I don't leave home without these binders. In fact, I probably supplement binders, I do it to an excess, and I'll explain to you how and why. So it's a function of your activity. And so there are many ways to mobilize toxins. Today, we're talking about how natural sunlight, the vibration of infrared frequencies, will uncouple the covalent bonds, the attractions between the toxin and where it's stored, either in your tissue or your cell.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we've got a sponge. We mobilize the toxin. The sponge is sitting there. There's a couple of famous compounders. One of them uses the term catch and pull, or
Yeah.
pull and catch.
Yeah.
So you pull the toxin out from where it's stored. That was what I was mentioning about breaking the bonds.
Yeah.
And then you catch it with a binder that's in your bloodstream waiting to absorb, build that particles, or combine those particles, that it's easier for your liver and various different organs to actually filter them out. And so we like to start people off. It really depends on their symptoms. But for optimal health people, I would start people off with carbon and charcoal binders, and that would take care of environmental toxins. And then I would use the nano binder for heavy metals and for microtoxins and for biofilms and all this very small silt. And that's a challenge too, you should know, because the infrared sauna and frequencies will mobilize all these toxins, but many times if you're not using a binder, they just sort of filter or retox back down into your body.
Yeah.
They find the same spot or a different spot,
Yeah,
but they're not
exactly.
coming out. That's the point. They're not coming out. So
Yeah.
we love using binders with what we're doing because it's super important to just help the body detox, and then detox lowers inflammation. And now we're back on our game, in terms of optimal health, like we were talking about.
Yeah. Amazing. I love binders as well. They saved me, and they obviously help everyone that we work with. So we talked about the nutritional supplementation and how it helps you bring everything into the cells. What about lymphatic drainage?
Okay. Well, as you know, the lymphatic system is driven by muscular movement. So basically, you move a muscle and there's a lymph node, and from lymph node to lymph node, that muscle movement actually pushes the lymphocyte through its channel. Now, what lymph in general is a very viscous material or fluid. What infrared frequencies will do is it actually breaks the viscosity up so that where sometimes if you're not, with optimal health people, we don't have as many problems with lymphatic drainage as we do with people that are less active.
Yeah.
So if you're challenged with chronic disease of sort and you're bedridden for whatever reason, now you're not moving around, so you're not moving your lymph, so that's a problem because you need that lymphatic movement and drainage in order for you to help get the disease out of your body. So things really slow down quickly, and it builds on why chronic ailment persists as long as it does. And so movement is key. Going for a brisk walk or a run or a bike ride or even doing, yoga or muscle training, just anything that creates movement. So again, back to infrared sauna and infrared treatment, like using a healing pad, if you know already that you've overworked a muscle group and there may be some stagnation of your lymphatic system in that area,
Yeah.
just bring the pad there or use the full body experience to shift the viscosity, make the lymphatic fluid a little bit easier to move,
Oh, wow.
and then we get unstuck.
Perfect. Someone asked, can you put that infrared, the infrared pad with a towel underneath? Like, does it have to be direct on the skin? That was one of the questions down there.
Oh, okay. We make the Tri-Light system doesn't really generate a lot of heat, but it generates a lot of photon energy, light energy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's really the light energy that really makes everything go, makes everything work.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to muscle recovery and vasodilation and so forth, the heat is super important component too. So
Mm-hmm.
in sauna and healing pads, we combine both heat and full spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
In the Tri-Light system, we're focusing mostly on the red light and the hand cherry-picked frequencies between 600 nanometers and 1,000 nanometers.
Mm-hmm.
And what we actually did, which is different, most LEDs, light-emitting diodes,
Yeah.
are what's called monochromatic. It means a single light frequency per bulb. And so many other companies out there that do near frequencies and red
Mm-hmm.
light panels and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
they create a cocktail by having a row of one frequency, a row of a different frequency, and so forth. And when I looked at that from an engineering point, there was really no real engineering reason why that was, other than just an industry norm, a direction that people took. So what we developed in-house was a single light diode that actually delivers 3 frequencies.
Oh, okay.
So my systems are 3 times stronger than the competitors because we drive more photon or light energy into the body. And
Wow.
that is a term that's called emissivity. So our emissivity levels are somewhere around 97 to 98%. That means that almost 100% of that light energy is getting into the cell. And that's super, super important because that's where all the magic happens.
So then right on the skin is what you're saying.
Yeah, the Tri-Light goes right on the skin.
Right on the skin. So that would
Can go right on the skin.
Yeah.
Where the sauna and the healing pads that have the natural jade stones, we generally would ask for you to put, that generates the heat.
Yeah.
And because of that, we ask that you put like a towel or a nightshirt or a t-shirt, some material between the pad and your direct skin contact.
Mm-hmm.
The only things that filter infrared is latex and silicone. So if you're wearing stretchy gym material, like gym stretchy tights and stuff like that, it will filter the infrared from going, maybe not penetrating as deep, but you'll still get something. But if you're wearing like a t-shirt or sweatpants or whatever, even wrapping yourself in a terry cloth bathrobe or a towel, the frequencies are going to go right through that material and right directly into your body.
Perfect. And then quickly, just back to binders. Do you have people take them before, after, and during, or is it just after? What is your preference for that?
Got a great protocol for binders.
Oh, okay.
So what we do is we take we start with a good supplement. And so there's a few, I know that you've got special brands that you like, and so we support whatever direction you go.
Yeah.
But generally, if you can buy them in bulk, that would be better, savings. But mostly they come in these veggie caps. So, and so you take that charcoal, you open up the caps, you put it in your bottle, you put the cap on, you shake it up. And now what you're doing is you're suspending that charcoal in the water, or you're hydrolyzing that charcoal. Rather than just eating the pill and it sits in your stomach and then it goes through your liver and you eventually might get 55 to 60% of the substrate.
Okay.
When you hydrolyze it, and rather than glug, 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 glug drinking, I just take a sip. And then I wait 5, 7, 10 seconds, take another sip. And so over half an hour, I'm essentially like time releasing that substrate that's suspended in water directly into our bloodstream. And there, now we might capture 85 to 90% of the carbon or the charcoal in our blood. It's waiting for the for the toxins. It's still going to start absorbing as soon as it gets in your bloodstream. So,
Yeah.
so whatever's available that's in your bloodstream at the moment, and then when you get in sauna or however you mobilize toxins, you get a chance to catch those as much as you can. And that was my point earlier about kind of, for me, I'm very active, and so I'm dosing a binder basically all day long.
Yeah.
I religiously take it every morning before sauna, and I religiously take it every night before bed, about maybe an hour before bed, because
The nano one or the charcoal?
well, I'm at the point, well, generally, again, it depends on how the athlete or the patient presents themselves, but generally, starting people off with the big sponge, and then I titrate or I come down off of that, and then I start building up the nano or the small sponge, and then basically I carry the charcoal in my DOB kit. So if I have some bad food, and I'm not feeling off, I'll take the charcoal or the clay right away.
Yeah.
But I'm at a point, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, every day. So I just dose all day with the small sponge, because basically it'll pick up some of the larger toxins out there and all of the heavy metals and all the, the mycotoxins, the glyphosates, all these things, that are in our bloodstream. It'll pick up that. And so I actually keep a bottle of the nano sponge. Like, I keep one in my DOP kit. I keep it in my bathroom. I keep one at the laboratory. I keep one in my office. And so basically, as I'm moving around, I just take a few drops, I put it under my tongue. And if I'm active, like on a day that I'm working out, I'm training, I'm biking, whatever I'm doing, I make sure that I dose beforehand. But as you know, there's many ways to liberate toxins. You can do it through activity. You can do it through massage. You can do it through a rebounder. These are all ways. A bike ride, a good walk. You can do it through yoga, body shaping. And so if you know beforehand that you're going to be liberating a toxin, why not have a binder present to just help your body eliminate it, eliminate these poisons from you, right?
I totally agree.
The Healthy Hotline is your go-to resource for leading-edge health technologies and is powered by Therasage. Therasage brings unique, healthy infrared healing energy to the public in easy-to-use and affordable, high-quality products. Subscribe to the Healthy Hotline and get a discount on your next Therasage purchase. Go to Therasage.com and enter Healthy Hotline at checkout. That's one word, Healthy Hotline, to get a special discount on your next Therasage purchase. Subscribe to the Healthy Hotline on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'll see you in the next episode.